Hey everyone, it's day 55 of Ash's Homecoming, and I want to thank each and every person who helped us raise over $10,000, or $11,797 to be exact, by 121 people. You guys made it happen. You stepped up and are making this film happen. We're already on our way, but I want to take this time to thank each and every person. So here we go. You're all in my Pokedex in Pokemon Go. Amy Gordon, George Bridegum, Jake McNuck, Judy Herman, thank you, Mark Alpizar, Katie McMillan, Andrew Brown, Vince Glazer, Del Gomes, Andrea Fulford, Tom Lokenskard, Sophia Thomas, Trent and Carmen Hall, Stephen Guggenheimer, Rustin Harker, Kelly Robertson, Anders Nelson, Lori Ann Reynolds, Robert Fong, Robert Lang, Daniel Liu, Sharon Liu, Chris Fan, Jeffrey Chin, Jason Poon, Kaylin McDonald, Nina Ito, Barbara Glazer, Robin Walker, Nikki McFarling, Alex Romero, Scott Schultz, Eric Rosemond, Elizabeth Goodrich, Marissa Pape, Shane McKenna and Andrew McKenna, Clara Tao, Chris Reyes, Dan Luong, Mike, Tiffany Chang, Yuriko Senna, Rhonda Cardinal, Alan Clark, Marilyn Pape, Gary Harkins, Muriel Harkins, Raymond Montemayor, Kevin Barrett, David Chang, Karen Taliawaga, James B. Cox, David Guttel, Kevin Gallagher, Jeff Fagan, Amy Folsom, Jay Johnson, Morgan Quisenberry, Luke Newman, Anthony Chang, Susan Jones, Patty Cardinal, Kevin Wu, Sarah Rose, Morris Montoya, John Thomas, Michelle Thomas, Sarah Williams, Diane Jung, Patrick Hancock, Gabriel Galita de Leon, Alex Cesari, Paul Buscaino, Michael Jacobson, May Malong, Shelby Reed, Dean Chin and Marjorie Chin, Eddie Burrell, Mark Lum, Tom Wingert, Tina Burnite, Paula Smirek, Vicky Wu, Joseph Spiegel, Richard Melanesi, Jaden Kittens, Anthony J. Krupp, Josiah Ian Torno, Matrice Ian Torno, Jovan Sandoval, Nolan Robertson, Kathleen Wong, Ryan Fung, Stuart Baker, George Shaw, Reed Moran, John Buell, Chris Walker, Michael Torres, John Broner, Jeff McCarthy, Scott Welnoski, Erica Espinoza, John Bryant, Matthew Feldman, Jim Patanud, Oscar Moreno, Matthias Altman, Violet Olsick, Sarah Christina Ho, Catherine Wong, Lexi Lobdell, Jessica Rothman, Gary and Barbara Jung, Bradford Hill, Katie Reed, William Ho, Min Wei, Annie Lum, David Ho, Teresa Marquez, Mario Roberti, Sandy Ho, Sami, Francis, and Kathy Cardinal, and last but not least, we have David Liu. Thank you. That was a lot of people. But I tell you, each and every person is now, you will be in my Pokedex forever. I also want to say thank you again to Mario Roberti and Kaylin McDonald for stepping up, being our associate producers, and of course, our new executive producer, David Liu. All of you guys, you made this happen, and I gotta just tell you, there's some really, really exciting stuff coming up. Stay tuned, and I really hope you can be involved personally in this. It's going to be really big. I really do believe there's a big audience for this, and I'm excited. So the shoot's going to be in August, so stay tuned for that. And until then, we're going to be the very best, like no film ever was. All right, bye. Hey everyone, it's Sunday, June 4th, 2017, and I'm going to do an awesome Evolution marathon for you in honor of completing the Ash's Homecoming Kickstarter campaign. And I want to begin by saying I've been working on this pretty much all year long, and the funny thing is, I have to be honest, I have not chosen a Pokemon team yet. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Looks like you've gained experience as a Pokemon trainer. You're ready to participate in Pokemon battles, finally! Basically, I've been debating about which team to join for the better part of the last year. And, I couldn't decide because, you have Blue, which is, Team Mystic, which is the most popular of the 3 teams. So you're thinking, oh, maybe I should join that one. And then maybe you have Yellow, because you know what? Team Instinct, there's not as many people there. Or my favorite color, Team Valor, or Red. And I thought about this a lot, and after much careful consideration, I had to go with my favorite color, Red. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, right. I've been thinking about this for way too long, so here we go. Team Valor it is. I'm gonna click it right now. Any second. Oh man, that looks so cool. Yellow, Instinct, Mystic, I don't know. I'm clicking the arrow. There it is. Yay! Look at this. My profile is red. It's fire. Look at that. That's so cool. We're gonna do an evolution marathon, and I've been saving candies up for months and months and months in order to do this. So here we go. I'm gonna use my last remaining lucky egg. So this will give me 30 minutes to evolve as many Pokemon as I possibly can. And we're gonna go ahead and start it off with Bulbasaur. Go. Evolve. Bulbasaur, I got enough candies to do more Bulbasaurs because of the green grass event. So that was cool. And some people have said that Pokemon has not been as popular, but I do think that Pokemon will make its comeback very soon, if not already. It's been happening this whole time. Looking forward to the legendaries. Looking forward to player versus player battles, potentially. But you know what? I think if you enjoy it, and if you have a good time playing it, and you don't expect too much out of a game that really was never meant to be that much more than a fun time, then you won't stress yourself out trying to think about, oh man, should it be the greatest game ever? You know, because you still have, of course, the actual Pokemon games, which in my opinion have always been the best. Motivating me to exercise. I think that's been a big part of this. And growing up, I now don't exercise as much as I should. And so I think if you just enjoy the game and don't overthink it, there's no reason why you can't enjoy it. There's no reason why it's not a good game. And if you didn't realize, all of the Pokemon are named after backers for the Kickstarter campaign. So thank you to each and every person on the list. And you can, okay, let's go ahead and do an Oddish. My most powerful Oddish. 875 by sheer luck. I'm gonna evolve it into Gloom. And we are gonna get an awesome Bellossom. Okay, ready, and go. Pokemon Go. So, the Pokemon movie, it's going to be really exciting. A lot of really awesome developments have been going on. We're building the whole team. Oh, look at that! Didn't even know I didn't even have a Blossom up to this point. That is awesome. Yay. I was not even aware of that. Very cool. And then, wow. Okay, cool. Now we got a Blossom. And now we're going to do one more Vileplume, okay? Here we go. Just going to evolve this guy here. Excellent, excellent. Okay, very good. Moving on, let's go ahead and do a Diglett. Go, Raymond! You will now evolve. So, I'm making a Pokemon movie, and you know, Pokemon, for whatever reason, has been such a huge part of my childhood that making a movie about it seemed natural. I believe it's very character-driven, and I really hope that it's a movie that people will relate to, and people will see themselves in. Part of it, it's like it's going to have a diverse cast. It's always been something that's been close to my heart. Wanting to help bring new faces to the screen. But, you know, I think this story's about growing up. If anything else, this is a platform, a vehicle in which to tell a great story. And as for the characters, I think it's really fun because we have a lot to play with. Of course, they are existing characters, but it's going to be our take on them. You know, whether it's the wardrobe or the look or their personalities or what's changed for them in the last 15, 20 years since we saw them in the show. Because it took me forever to get 50 Grimer candies. So here we go with Muck. I'm really excited about this one. This one's going to be awesome. I just want to say to everyone who supported us and to everyone who's continuing to be a part of the production, thank you for just making this happen. It's just a roller coaster ride, and I have nothing but gratitude for everything, all the opportunities that I've personally been given. There we go, metal coat on the Onyx. And I did see a video rather recently, and it was really cool because it was about diversity on screen, and in the video, it's actually by Philip Wang of Wong Fu Productions. It's pretty cool because you know what it is diversity in Hollywood has been a conversation that has been going on all the time, but more recent years, maybe even more so. And basically, the sentiment here in the video, as well as I've heard over the years, has been no one's going to change it for you. If you want to see more diversity on screen, you have to step up and do it yourself and to be part of the change. So that's something that's really important to me. So I really hope that when you see the movie, you'll understand how important it is for people, especially today, to see themselves and see each other not as different, not as strangers, not as opposers, but as our friends. And honestly, what more can you ask for? I mean, I wish more, I think the last year has been pretty strenuous for, the U.S. And so now, looking at it, you think, what can we do to help in the quest to bring about some change? So, maybe take down some of their personal prejudices, things like that. But of course, that's all icing on the cake. Just excited to be making it, honestly. There it is, Kingdra. Wow. This one took so long. Pretty awesome. That was really cool. Okay, cool. Now we're going to continue, and we're just going to go ahead and do, very quickly, we're going to do a Staryu. Now, I haven't told you too many details about the actual story of Ash's Homecoming, but I will say there were two things I wanted to avoid. One was doing anything insanely hokey with, kind of mediocre CG, kind of a joke, because that exists. That definitely already exists out there. Didn't want to just do just a point blank, just a repeat of anything that you've seen. At the same time, wanting to elevate the drama, but not to the point of insanity. I will say that there's a number of Pokemon fan films out there that are apocalyptic, and there's murder and death and gang fights, and it's kind of a little too dark, I think. And a little bit not, in a certain sense, within its own world. I don't know how realistic it is. I don't think, while it's humorous and while it's an interesting thought, I don't think going super dark is where the series is headed either. So that being said, that's where this film fits in, is finding the middle ground and saying, it's not really about the spectacle, it's not about the thrill factor, instead it's going to be about the characters. And it's going to be about real change, credible change. I believe that in order to have an emotionally grounded story, the characters have to be, you have to believe into them, first and foremost, and see the change. People don't just change for no reason. If your story doesn't have, any motivation for the characters to evolve, no pun intended, then what's the point? Sometimes it takes these huge emotional things to get us to change how we behave, how we are. And that actually brings me to one of my most important beliefs about the storytelling. Porygon 2, by the way, that is freaking incredible. And I just, in fact, earlier today, finally earned enough candies to get this Porygon 2, so I'm psyched right now. Super psyched about this. Some of the greatest films that have ever been made rely on critical, life-changing, defining moments in that person's life. So you don't want to just make your story about someone eating a sandwich and it was, you can, but then, we'd probably say it's on the comedic side, which is totally fine. David Liu, thank you so much, by the way. You think about all of your favorite franchises, every single one. Think about it. It always has to do with the most pivotal moments in a person's life. So it's not just any other day, it's the day that aliens came down, or in Toy Story 3, it's a day that Andy moves away, and they have to say goodbye to Andy. They didn't just pick any, you know, when they do Toy Story 1 and 2 take place earlier, but when they do number 3, they didn't just pick any random day. They said, oh, this is the day at which everything changes. So you have this critical turning point in those characters' lives. So yeah, think about that when you're doing your storytelling, because it really changes everything when you, just having that premise alone raises the stakes. And like you say, you want to have credible change, but how do we evoke credible change? And one way we do that is in opposition. You know, sometimes, a lot of times, we don't do anything until we're forced to. This is really exciting. We're gonna evolve Crocodile into Feraligatr. This is fantastic. We evoke change by putting obstacles in the character's path. Opposition. So, I think every writer struggles with this. You know, we don't like putting our characters in really difficult situations. It's not fun. Like, these are people, a lot of the times these are very personal characters, and you're like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it to my, you know, all these characters are a part of me. I don't want to do that to them. But you kind of have to be vicious, and you have to be able to let that go and say you have to be bold. Okay, and now we're going to do some really fun stuff. And I've been waiting for a while to do this. Skiploom to evolve into Jumpluff. And Jumpluff was one of my Pokemon in Gold and Silver. And Jumpluff is just cool. So, if we could see it, that'd be even cooler. Excellent, we got a Jumpluff there. It's so adorable. And why don't we just go ahead and do one more Jumpluff? So let's go ahead and evolve this guy. Okay, yeah, I like this one. It's got more interesting attacks. So, as you may have been able to tell, I've been thinking a lot about my story and kind of where it fits in the lexicon of Pokemon fan films. And I kind of want this to be the definitive story. You know, I didn't want to just do one that sort of adds to a whole bunch of things out there. I wanted to do the thing that I thought would be the thing that people will remember. That's where you want to be. Is you want to make an emotional impact. You know, you have to ask yourself, what's the point? What's the point of telling stories? And I believe a strong point is to make people feel a certain way, and maybe even ultimately have an effect emotionally on their own life. I think some of the best, your favorite stuff, you think about any of it, I think the reason why it's your favorite at all is because emotionally there was something in there that you said, oh, this touched me in a way, and maybe even affected the way I live, to the point where it's become something really important to you. So its attack, we need one that has its HP as its strongest feature. That's defense, so I'm praying the final Tyrogue has the HP as its most important feature, because we need to get him on top, if possible. Come on. Yes, that's the one. So this is the one we're gonna evolve right now. And hit him on top. Been waiting for Hitmontop for such a long time. And I got these Tyrogues, mostly through, actually all through eggs, of course. Lucky enough to get a couple of them. But even just to get one that's gonna be... That sounds like Hitmontop. Yes! Yay! I think we did it. I think we are now successfully much higher in the Pokedex after all this. Caught 225, seen 228. So, with that, let's just scroll through them really quick here. This is really good. That was pretty significant since we got, I'd say, at least 10 new entries. The only ones I'm really missing are basically ones that are just rare. Farfetch'd, my understanding, is only in Japan. So, if anyone in Japan can help me out, that'd be sweet. Let's see, who else do we got here? I think... I'm not sure what that is, actually. Probably Kangaskhan. Again, another Pokemon we can't get to. And then we got the legendaries. We're waiting for Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Mew, Mewtwo. There's a couple. I don't have a Cleffa. There's a couple of babies. Still trying to get a Caesar. Maybe another couple of rare ones, region locked ones. Swinub, but I heard there's some kind of a fire and ice type event, so I could get some more Swinub candies. And the legendaries, and that's it. So, can you believe it? That was fun, and thanks for watching. If you made it through, kudos to you. Very impressed, and see you again soon for the movie, alright? Okay, bye!